Viewing the shock from the letters and the common life of the assassination surface of former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Assassination of former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has been going on for a few weeks, but the sadness and loss are still there. But updates surrounding the case continue to reverse. Unexpected information. Recently, the letters and comments of Yamaguchi's Tetsuda's blog have parties explained the cause and behaviors of the suspects a long time before the case. Accordingly, Tetsuda Yamaguchi's the suspect in the assassinations of former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has verified revenge on the church that ruins his family life. He thinks the church deserves to be exposed to the world. In his mind, his harsh pictures of the gun and in Japan's such a response easy to find. Yamaguchi wrote in May 2010 in an anonymous comments and a blog criticals of the Nihon Haritsu Seikukai religious group, also known as Unification Church Group. It strange that he went to the guns even with the church's desperate designs. It's only when the assassinations of former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe took place that the walls were started to lay the altars of the common words Yamaguchi. Little by little, Yamaguchi built the guns in his apartments using industrial tools. Police said his brightest shootings on the mountainsides and continued whose two targets after looking into the families of Unification's church founder, Sun Moon. Yamaguchi had decided to choose the world leaders, whom the suspects believed had linked to the church. They bragged that Yamaguchi commented on the words of critics of the church and wrote the words in 2000 times children of the church. The longest-serving prime ministers in the modern Japanese history, Mr. Abe's legacy is clearly linked to the proactive foreign politics. As he put Japan back on geopolitical maps, having the forest clear type with the US, India, and Australia, Southeast Asia, and United States, Europe. The funerals of Prime Minister Shinzo Abe begins noon to July 12, 4 days after his starting leave. The day following the news of Mr. Shinzo Abe's death, a gloomy and mournful atmosphere envelops Japan. Although the funerals were held on July 12 and was only attended by families and close people. As many Japanese U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and Taiwan Deputy Leader William Lai as funds. After the funerals, the hearse carrying the bodies of former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe were taken from the temples to the funeral home from cremations. On the way, hearse passed important sites such as the Prime Minister's office, the Parliament's building that honors the liberals, democracies parties of former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. At the Prime Minister's office premises, office staff will stand outside to see him off Mr. Shinzo Abe's Prime's funerals at the Georgia temples. Yamaguchi wrote, "At some point someone's life will be taken. Please mark my word. Revenge only makes sense when you do it yourself." In letters to blogger, Yamaguchi expressed his enthusiasm in making fire aims with the diversions of church members. Yamaguchi wrote, "The direction is completely opposite, but the ways of worshiping is completely similar." Yamaguchi wrote that he chose of assassinating the wives of the church fathers, Mr. Saint Moon. But at the time, he was a leader of the church. But it was clear that could help the church by uniting the families and moons in meditations together. The subject noted that Shinzo Abe, Japan's longest-serving prime minister, gave speeches after leaving office for a religious group, also founded by Mr. Saint Moon. The subject noted that Shinzo Abe, Japan's longest-serving prime minister, gave speeches after leaving office for a religious group, also founded by Mr. Saint Moon and believed to be the same church religions that he hated. Yamaguchi wrote in the letters that Mr. Shinzo Abe was not my original enemies But the suspect argues assassinated Shinzo Abe was the most influential since in societies and sympathizes for the unification judge. The judge insists Mr. Shinzo Abe is not one of their followers, and is just one of many world leaders who support Son's Major Moon's family's efforts for peace. Mr. Abe's office also did not respond to comment. The investigation process and the evidences from the blog comments show that this is a long-planned assassination with grip by careful calculation. Besides, currently, the suspect who assassinated former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe is still undergoing a mental examination. The shooting person left the world shocked and marked the last Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Mr. Shinzo Abe's funeral was attended by a large number of Japanese people, and volunteers officers around the world to lay flowers to commemorate, express their condolences, and remember what Mr. Shinzo Abe did for Japan and the world. Over the years, the Japanese government also announced partners awards other resentment matters as Mr. Shinzo Abe. This is the highest honors a Japanese person can receive. This matters is award those who have made great merit, outstanding achievements and benefit to Japan. Resentment orders is usually awarded only to members of royal families, and outstanding prime ministers or foreign head of states as signs of friendship. Mr. Abe is fourth prime minister in histories of countries to receive this noble medal.